evening, everyone. Welcome to Thursday night, not Friday night. We're coming at you live on Thursday night. We know a lot of you might have some trick or treating plans, possibly. So we decided we moved to Thursday night. We got a very special guest on here tonight. We got Mr. Butch Holcomb all the way from Georgia, from American Digger magazine. So excited to have Butch coming on with us. We're going to have Mr. NC Relic Hunter always with us as well. And we are super excited about this show. Butch has got some great things to talk to you guys about. They got a fantastic book that was just put out. Can't wait to tell about this book. It's just amazing. Awesome book. I've looked at a couple of the pages and things. I'm definitely getting mine on order as soon as I can because I believe these things are going to go like hotcakes because it's just a fantastic book for relics. And if you're into relic hunting, then this is the book that you're going to want to get, and you're going to want to get it very fast before they all sell out. Because I believe it was a limited version, a limited amount of those books that were actually published. But Butch can come on here and tell us all about that in just a few minutes. But without further ado, let's bring in our guest, and there he is, Mr. Butch Holcomb. Glad to have Butch in the house.
Sleeping. Hey guys, how you doing?
Somebody said that their book arrived today, Butch, so they got their book in hand. So real excited about
great.
that. Yeah, and
They
of
are
course,
skipping out. Yeah.
yeah. Of course, as always, we got Mr. Michael Coley, Mr. NC Relic Hunter himself in here with us. And we are super excited to have Butch in here tonight. Butch, thank you so much for joining in with us. And this is going to be a great show. Fantastic to have you in here. You're a great guest, and I know that's going to be just a lot of fun just having you in here, talking metal detecting, talking about this great book that you have out, talking about the magazine, all the things you guys have got going on. That's what I love to see, and that's what makes this hobby so special is it's guys like you, Butch.
Well, I'm honored for you to say that, and I've been actually doing this hobby. I was figuring it up before the show. I'm into my 56th year of metal detecting.
Wow!
And when I first started, I had guys who most of them are no longer with us. But this was before the internet, obviously. But that's the guys I would listen to, and suddenly I'm looking around, going, "Wow, I'm the old guy now." So yeah, I love this. I love this hobby, man. I love everything about it. It's just the best in the world. And I'll always do it.
Well, let me tell you something. You are truly a treasure, and we were extremely ecstatic about getting you to come on and talk a little bit of metal detecting talk with us and talk about this fantastic book that you guys have got out. And I can't wait to show some of those pages and talk about some of the things that are on there. I know you're super excited about it. Tell everybody a little bit about this book first to start off with.
All right. William Plumer actually approached me 2 years ago or so, 2.5 years, and actually talked to me about doing this kind of book. And I said, I think it'll be great. So he contracted with Greybeard Publishers, which I own. I am Greybeard Publishers.
Okay.
In fact, my senior editor is on here tonight. I see Debbie Schiffer Blades. Yeah, between her and me, we are pretty much Greybeard Publishers. And we started out with this book, and it kept growing and growing, and it finally ended up, it's 434 pages with over 8,000, that's right, 8,000 artifacts in it.
Wow.
All colored, hardcover. It's a slick hardcover. It's one that when you see it, you're going to be proud to have it out for people to see. It's let's see what else I can tell about it here. It's $79 plus $10 shipping and handling. And you were talking about being a limited edition. It's 1,000 copy run, which sounds like a lot. That's what we used to do. But we have already sold, I don't know how many, but I imagine I'm almost certain within the year it'll be sold out, and it may sell out around Christmas. I don't know, because William's getting a lot of orders. I'm getting a lot of orders.
Well, Butch, I want my name in on that list right now.
Yeah, I want to get one myself.
Yes, please get in touch with us. Go to the website, AmericanDigger.com. You can get it there. Or also you can email us, Anita at AmericanDigger.com. or you can actually call us up 770-712. Wait just a second. That's the wrong number. 770-362-8671.
Right.
I almost gave out my wife's personal cell phone number on here.
There you
I
go.
won't be married
Look, she
anymore.
might be getting calls from everywhere now, Butch. You didn't.
Obviously. She's going to divorce me. I'll have more time to metal detect. I did not say that.
Well, I know that this book is a pride of joy for you, and I know it's going to be a fantastic book, and I highly recommend it. And we've got a lot of great relic hunters on there. You can show them the cover. I've got it.
Yeah,
Show it
I
to
just
them.
want to show you how thick this sucker is. That's a big old book, folks.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
well, I can't tell my left from my right when I'm on video.
That's okay. You're all right. That looks
It's
great.
I'm not just saying this because I did it. I think this is it's the only book like this to my knowledge that's ever been done, because it concentrates on a lot, not just the treasures that we find, but it concentrates a lot on little knickknacks and things that you dig up all the time. You don't know what they are.
Right. That's right.
And so it's going to be a fantastic identification book.
Well, I know it's going to be a great, great thing, and I know a lot of people are going to want to get their hands on it. It's going to make a perfect Christmas gift.
Oh, yes.
I believe you released it at the right time. Get this thing out there. But I'm telling you, I really believe these things are going to sell like hotcakes. They're going to go so fast. And
They're
yeah.
As soon as we got them in, and we got the pallets inside and unloaded them, and we started filling. We actually had orders before they even came in. So we filled those, and we've been sending out, I don't know, several a day. So they're going very steady. And I think William is doing just as well with his sales.
Right. Yeah. Well, again, it's a thing of beauty. And we're going to show a little bit about the book in just a few minutes. But Butch, we always do some shout outs at the beginning of our show. Yeah. So we're going to shout out to our audience out there. We like to recognize them because that's what makes our channel go. And so I always love recognizing the people in the audience that are here tonight, that are checking us out, and coming to see you. You're the main attraction here. It's not Michael and I, for sure. And I know people are excited that you're on here. So
what's really neat is this is a lot of the same audience that we have on Relic Roundup every Monday night.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
Hey, folks,
well, and hopefully, if there may be some new people on here. If you don't know who Butch is, I'm going to give Butch the chance to sort of explain. He sort of told you a little bit, but I'll let him explain who he is and all that kind of stuff. If this is your first time encountering Mr. Butch Holcomb, but this man is a treasure, a national treasure, and I mean that honestly. And just a great guy to talk to. And,
that makes everything I do worthwhile.
Well, you are, buddy, and I know that. And I mean, you've always been the one guy that I've always looked up to, and I've loved American Digger magazine and everything that you've done there, and it's just always a fantastic thing. So,
speaking of which, there's American Digger.
There it is.
That's probably what I'm known the most for. But I've actually been a relic hunter and metal detectors relic hunter mostly beginning. I figured up it's 56 years I've been doing this. And the magazine did its 20th or 21st year. Debbie Schiffer Blades, my editor's on the chat, so I'm sure she will. Thank you, Bob. You're awesome too. Bob Brooks is awesome. Checks in the mail, buddy.
Let's give some of these shout outs real quick. We got Mr. Sniff It Out all the way from Western Pennsylvania. Says, hey, checking in. We got Debbie Schiffer Blades, who Mr. Butch just talked about. Glad to have her in the audience. We got Mr. Ohio Fred, a great supporter of our channel. Mr. Tex Kinsey. Texas got a Texas name, but he's not from Texas. We got Mr. Diggin' Darrell, a good friend of ours and great supporter of our channel. Super nice guy. Love having Diggin' Darrell with us. We got Mr. Surfside Dan. Dan is always on here and a great supporter of our channel and one of my co-partners when I go relic hunting a good bit. We got Mr. Chris on here. Says, hello, Surfside Dan. We got Mr. Bob Rose in here. Glad to have Bob in the house. We got Mr. Ricky Bennett. And look at there. He's got those Georgia Bulldogs on there.
Oh, go Dogs. Go Dogs. Sorry for all my other friends. I'm
Yeah.
not offended, but go dogs.
Yeah, that's right. Glad to have Ricky in here. Also, great support of our channel, Butch. We got Mr. DS Metal Detecting in the house. Glad to have him joining with us. We got Mr. Tim Smith in here. Tim Smith is an awesome supporter of the channel as well as Mr. Detect Meister all the way from Ireland, Butch. And I know you just got back from Europe not too long ago.
I did. Oh man, that means he's probably up in the middle of the night listening to this. I don't know
He
how the
is,
time in
and
that regard.
and I'll say this: he is here every single time we have a show. He's
Awesome.
loyal. He's always here, and we appreciate him so much. And thank you, Detect Meister. We got Mister Digging Dude all the way from New York. We got
Not
Workman's Adventure in the house as well. We got Detectibg Smile in the house. Great support of our channel. We've got Three
Illinois.
Digger. Is that three or is that Ill Digger? I don't know what they.
I think it's
Uh,
eel, David.
Hill digger, I believe.
Yeah,
Illinois.
okay. He says
Either
good.
that or sick digger, but he's
Yeah,
Illinois.
good evening, everyone. Glad to have him in the house. I saw him the other night on Relics Radio, so he's been tuning into a lot of these shows. But always super excited to have him in here with us. We got Mr. Metal Detecting Texas says howdy y'all. We got I think I said Workman's Adventures in here. He says hey Debbie. We got Mr. Richard Pelkey all the way from Vermont
Richard,
checking us out. That's exactly right. Try not to miss anybody, Butch. I love making sure we recognize people.
that's a good thing.
It is. And this is Metal Detectorist, and she's actually going to be on here with
Hey,
us. And I believe she says she's up in Washington. So we're going all the way across the United States.
wow.
But glad to have a Metal Detectorist, I think is how you say it. So glad to have her. And she's going to be here joining us in December. We got Mr. Dirt Devil Detecting. Says, good evening, everyone, and hi, Butch. Yeah. Let's see here. Again, trying to go through. We got Mr. Ferris Grump. Glad to have Ferris Grump in the house.
I love
Great,
the name.
great supporter of our channel as well. He's up in North Carolina, but super supporter of our channel. Mr. FLX Detectorist is in here. Mr. John, glad to have him. Old Time 50 is in the house. Says awesome book, Butch.
Thank you.
There you go. We got Mr. Bob Rose says Butch is awesome, and I
Love you,
totally
Bob.
agree.
Great job.
Totally agree with that. We got Doug's Chronicle in the house. Says evening, everyone. Making sure I'm getting down here. I think I'm getting close to the end of the list. I think I am. Okay, so there we go, Butch.
Wow.
Wonderful
Did you
audience
get
in here tonight.
Detector 2 guns, Brian?
What's that?
Detector 2 guns.
Did I miss Detector Two Guns? Detector Two Guns is in the house. Glad to have him. Great, always a great supporter of our channel as well. So
You know, we can't. None of us could do this without our listeners like this and fans. And these are just our brothers and sisters out there.
and they
And
are, and our
God
audience,
bless you,
our
folks.
audience is so great, Butch. They show
Yeah.
up every time we do a live stream. And if we don't have one, they're definitely letting me know. But they love coming here. They love hanging out. It's just a place where we can all get together, talk metal detecting, have a good time. We call it the metal detecting happy hour for most of us, and it's just a fun time. And I enjoy everybody in this audience, and they are always super knowledgeable too, Butch. And that's the other thing. We share
That's how
knowledge.
you learn things is a group of people, everybody giving their opinions. And that's the way a lot of this book was done. A lot of stuff William Plumer already know. A lot of stuff I knew. We went back and forth. We actually corrected each other a few times. And then the things we couldn't figure out, we went outside and talked to everybody and got a consensus.
Yeah,
And
there
that's
you go. Well, and we got, like I said, we got so many fantastic people in here tonight. Mr. Eric S. is on here. He says, hey, Butch, since moving to the low
Hey,
country,
Eric.
I've realized I need to start asking for permissions. I usually
Oh,
get
yes.
yes, but I still get nervous knocking on doors. He says, any advice to getting over that, Butch? What would
Yes.
you suggest?
What I would suggest, Eric, is you get with me. We'll go to a site you really want to go to. I'll wait in the car while you knock on the door, and just know that I've got your back. It works for me. I don't think there's any way to get over the nerves.
No.
It's, you know, the best trick though, and most people know it now, but if you can get with a young teenage detectorist,
Mm-hmm.
clean cut, nice girl or young man, either one,
Mm-hmm.
or take a girl with you, and I'm not being sexist here, 9 times out of 10, you'll get permission.
That's true.
When a guy like me goes up to the door, you know, they're like, "Hey, did I see you on Cops or something?" I'm like, "No, no, I just want to."
Butch, I know the feeling. I can't send Michael to the door because that's an immediate slam. So if I send him to the door, it's no dice. But they're not threatened by me, so I can just walk up to the door.
It's really the worst they can say is no. Although I did have one lady and her family one time, I was a little frightened and couldn't get out of there fast enough because her no was pretty loud and violent. But anyway,
Yeah.
but that's the only problem I've ever had with that. I mean, most times the worst that can happen is say no. And, you know, it reminds me of when I was a teenager. Yes, I can remember back to that. And there was a girl maybe that I wanted to ask to the prom or on a date or something. And I
Yeah.
was so afraid to do it. But once I did it, they would usually say yes or
Yeah.
nah, but they wouldn't, you know, they wouldn't be mean about it. But
It
it's
wasn't like
hard.
they were going to. They wasn't like they were going to beat you up and take your lunch money, right?
Right, right. Although some of the girls I asked were kind of questionable, but
I love it. I love it. Well, we've got some. I had a question a minute ago. Somebody asked about, um, and I think you answered it. They were asking about how you gathered all the information
Yeah,
for the
I
book.
saw that. Yeah, he
Yeah,
pretty much answered it, didn't
yeah. You just answered it. So,
yep.
I think that was really really good. So Butch, I mean, I know a lot of people know you on here, and I know you said, "Hey, I've been detecting for 56
Mhm.
years." What made you decide to do the magazine and eventually get into the publishing side of it?
It's kind of funny. I used to write on. I was actually a machinist, but in my spare time, I liked writing stuff. And so, oh, it's he.
He's a
he?
machinist.
Well, if you're on a CNC machine, you can start your writing right now. Just tell them you're taking notes. But
Yeah.
anyway, yeah, I was a machinist for close to 20 years. But during that time, I was writing freelance articles for Western Eastern Treasury and also North South Trader because I love metal detectors so much. I
Right.
would have
Yeah.
my detector in my car every day. I would stop on the way home, and I learned real quick to change out of my steel-toed boots. I bet North Carolina Relic Hunter's done that.
Yeah.
But get out of your steel boots. But at that point, I started writing, and I was getting published, and I actually came out with wrote a book called Never Face a Skunk, and it's already had Never Face a Skunk 2 and Never Face a Skunk 3 is being worked on as well. But I did that book, and somebody suggested that I go up to Virginia. They would take me relic hunting if I would go to their store and set up a thing at their store and have a book signing. So I put my head to the grindstone there, and I'm like, wait a minute, relic hunting. So I lined up about 4 different people who I could stay with and go metal detecting with. And at the same time, I actually lined up local bookstores where I could go, and sell a few books. And while I was up there, I won't say which magazine it was, but I'm like, I want to go visit their home office. And so I call them up, they give me the address, and I go in, and here's this couple sitting there with 2 computers in their living room with dogs. I'm like, this is where you publish the magazine. And at that point, I realized I could do this. I
Right.
had no clue as to what I was doing, but I'm like, if they can do it, I can do it.
Right.
And this
Right.
was before you could ask the Google. So I actually bought a book on, I think it was on eBay, How to Start a Magazine. I swear that was the name of the book. And
Really.
Photoshop for Dummies. And I started the magazine, those 2 tools. That's all the experience I ever had. And what you see nowadays is a pretty cool magazine. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
that all
definitely.
started. But it's a matter of, I'm a firm believer. If you want to do something bad enough and you love the idea of it, you're going to figure out how to do it one way or another.
Yeah, and that,
And
that I think that's a lot of us, Butch. Even in just the metal detecting side of
Mhm.
it. I think, you know, we all have a genuine love for history, or we have a passion for history, or we have a passion. Maybe some people have a passion for finding treasure. You know, just
Yeah.
that whole adrenaline rush that you get from finding something. You know, and it just becomes so addicting. And like you said, you know, you started with, you know, an eBay book and an idea and a dream, and
Yeah.
you turned it into something which is really, really great. And American Digger is a wonderful magazine.
Thank you.
And
Yeah.
any of you guys that are interested, you know, you want something really great. And here's the thing, if you start subscribing to it, you never want to throw away any of those
Oh,
magazines. I'm serious. You never want to throw them because they are so loaded with a wealth of information that you're not going to get anywhere else.
oh, they're great references too. Yeah.
Yes, there's
Yeah.
no question about that.
That is one reason we insist on our magazine, or I insist on it. And of course, the staff works under me, but we insist that we put out the best quality magazine we can possibly do for a reasonable price, because we want it to last. We don't want it to be one of these cheap magazines like,
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but Western Treasure and some of the others that
Right.
go
Yeah.
on.
They weren't
They
high
pull up.
quality.
Exactly. I would try to save them for reference and they would just fall apart. So ours are actually made to where you can use them and keep them, virtually forever.
Right.
Right. Yeah,
And
that's
and
not.
and there's so many people out here who have submitted finds to you.
Mhm. Oh,
And
yeah.
and just think of how that makes that person feel when that find is actually in your magazine, you know, and you know that.
Oh, yes.
What a great thing, you know?
It makes me happy because it's kind of like when you're out metal detecting and you see your buddy find something killer, you're
Mhm.
happy for it. And when I see these people, send their finds into the magazine, and some of them are ultra rare and some of them are not that rare, but they're just so thrilled with finding it that I want to help them share it. And that's what keeps people in the hobby is,
Right.
getting a
Well,
pat on the back.
and you know, as much as, you know, the internet is so easy and we can go on there, and I know you have a digital magazine, and
We
I know,
do have
and
digital
then
and
and then you also have I still like the hard copy, Butch. I'm just
me
Right.
too.
I do too.
Yeah,
Me
I mean,
too.
I want to be able to look and hold that thing in my hand and just refer back to it whenever I find something, or there's something I want to know more about. Then I've got that hard copy in my hand, and there's just not many things out there like that anymore, Butch, and that's what makes
Yeah.
this so
We are
special.
we are actually the only 100% digging type magazine in the USA now.
Right,
There is North South Traders Civil War, but they're a lot about just Civil War artifacts, and a lot of theirs aren't even dug up, so it's not what I'd call a metal detecting magazine.
right,
So we're
and
really the only one in the U.S. and probably one of probably less than 10 in the whole world now. I don't know. I know Britain's got 3, I believe. UK.
right. Well, look, you got those guys beat by a long
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm the best in America. What can I say? I
That's it.
default. Yeah. But
You got them
I've
beat by
always
a
had
long.
the utmost respect for Western Eastern Traders, North South Traders, all the one
Sure.
I used to
Yeah,
you
and
know,
those were all great magazines,
they
but
were. And
but
I
there,
learned a lot from them. Yeah.
but here's the thing: there's a reason why you're still around and they're not too. Okay, so quality, good content, consistency, you know, being visible a good bit. All of those things are things that are just perfect for business, and you've
Yeah.
created that, and all of us just love it because we love metal detecting, and you're just a wealth of knowledge, and the people that you associate with, and the people that you get to do your writings, and the things that they do in that magazine are just superb. I mean, you
Well,
just
it
can't touch it.
we were talking about the people like that are posting here tonight. Now the magazine is the same. We're only as good as those people that write for us, and we're
Right.
always open to. We don't care if you've never written
That's
anything
it.
before in your life, or if you've written all your life. We're always open to good metal detecting adventures, airhead trips, bottle digging, all that stuff. Just
Right.
Right.
And
we
it's
have our
just
editors, and they take care of it.
it's just a wonderful magazine. So if you guys are new to metal detecting, or if this is the first time you're seeing Butch, which I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with Butch, but again, go check out American Digger magazine. Go over there to the website. All it is you just type in American Digger, you can find it. I meant to put your website up on the thing a few minutes ago, Butch. I might can do it while we're sort of in the middle of some stuff, but I want everybody to see it. But if you go there, hit that subscribe button. You know, get you a couple of issues of that magazine. I'm telling you, you're going to fall in love, and you're going to
We
be
actually
waiting.
offer a free issue. If you've never seen the magazine before, get in touch with our office. We'll send you one out.
And
And
it's so
usually that turns into a subscription.
right, and the pages are just. I mean, they're Butch, you got a copy of the magazine. Show them what the inside of that magazine looks like. Show them some of the
See if
things
I
in
can
there.
do this. I
Yeah,
get a little convoluted working
yeah,
like
but
this.
look, I mean,
Oh,
it's
it's Doug.
colored. It's colored pictures in there, guys.
Oh yeah. Just Doug is all the stuff people find within the previous 3, 4, 5 months, something like that. We usually have about 14 pages of things people have found. This is your chance to anybody can post on the internet, and I'm not saying that's bad, but not everybody can get into an actual magazine. And a lot of people will get a find in here. They'll actually buy an extra magazine and frame that page.
Yeah.
People are very, very proud of it.
Right.
See,
Oh yeah, I've got friends that have done that. Hey,
yeah,
you put their find in there. They've got that thing up on their wall in their house. You
they
know,
do.
it might as
And
well be surrounded by gold.
this is something I just looked into this just now in the magazine, but we have another set of books for Christmas, the Just Doug archives.
Wow.
It's every Just Doug that's ever been in the magazine for 20, 21 years. Every one. So if you want to see everything people find, then get that. But gosh, we have contest in there. In fact, here's a writers contest.
Yeah, I've
All
seen
these,
that.
none of these are professional writers. They're just, we have shows and events. We have tremendous articles.
Yeah, I know, and it's an amazing. I collect South Carolina dispensary bottles, Butch,
Nice, nice, yeah.
and so I've got all the ones that when you've ever had featured on the South Carolina dispensary.
That
Yeah.
that is cool. Those are cool bottles. And
Yeah,
here
they're all,
yes, we have a kids section now too of kids finds.
Oh wow.
Because what I want to do is I really want to get kids in the hobby. And the magazine is usually 72 pages, and you could tell as I was trying to flip through it. Notice how glossy it is. It's kind of messing up your view
Yeah.
of it.
No,
But
I know. I mean, I
it's
know, and I'm
just
sure the
high
viewers,
quality.
if you ever get your hands on one, you're going to see
Yeah.
this thing is quality and it's good and it's
yeah.
just a wealth of information. And
Well,
I can't encourage people enough to go check it out. If you're into relic hunting and you want to know what a
I
relic
agree.
is, or you want to see all the other cool things that people are finding, it's just an amazing magazine to get your hands on for sure.
That's a lot of people just use it basically to see what other people are finding. Then they go back later and read the articles and tips and all that are in there.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I agree with Debbie. She says a lot of very hard work goes into each issue, and we all pour our heart into it. Butch is a creative genius, and it would be nothing without his gift. And I agree
I,
with
I
her one hundred
that
percent.
almost brings a tear to my eye because this girl has taken so much off of me. I used to do all this myself. I didn't have time for anything. I mean, once I quit my real job, which was after a year after I got the magazine, I realized I couldn't do both. And as we grew and got bigger, she came on the magazine. And what people don't realize, she has been metal detecting almost as long as me. I think she's been a little over 40 years metal
Oh
detecting.
wow, that's
Wow.
great. Well,
Yeah,
congratulations to
mom
Debbie.
and dad did it. So she's the real deal.
Very good. So, Metal Detectorist wants to know what do you look for when you're choosing from submissions? I always get intimidated because I'm in Washington, and I
Mhm.
always second guess submitting because they don't have the age that a lot of what is shown does.
Well, it's not all about the age. If you
It's
look through
not.
the magazine, there's There's been articles on ring recoveries. We had an article on a guy that actually I can't think of the author's house, but he actually metal detected an author's house and some famous author and showed all the things he found from there. It's there have been a lot of articles. All you have to do is tell us a cool story about how the stuff was found. If it's a real, I mean, the articles themselves are 1,200 words. Now we have things you can submit that are less than just Doug, but to do an article, it needs to be 1,200 words with a lot of pictures, and age is truly unimportant on it. It's all history. I mean, recent history is history too. So,
and
so when somebody sends in, a story that they've of what they found, do the editors take that and kind of clean it up and
sure, we go all the way, and Debbie can attest to this. We get some articles and some submissions that we don't even have to touch, and then there's other ones we almost have to rewrite the whole thing. But what we promise is, when it finally comes in the magazine, you're going to look good. We're not going to let somebody go out there and make a fool of themselves. And if we have to change anything, a lot of stuff, we're going to send it back and let you look at it and make sure that you agree with it. But most people are thrilled when we edit their articles.
I like 5 Mile Relic Hunters comment. He says, I bought 2 when my canteen made the cover, one for the front. He says, thank Butch for recognizing my find. That's it, And think of the excitement. I mean, we're all just regular, everyday people, and that magazine is sold, all across the U.S. and other places, and
international actually now.
I know.
Worldwide. The print copy not so much as digital, but we're worldwide now.
Right, and when that happens, I mean, like 5 Mile said, that's probably one of the most exhilarating things in the entire world. That something that you found is being shown to millions of people.
It's a thrill.
And it is, and that's what makes that magazine so special. Buckle Boy is on here, and
hey, Buckle Boy, congratulations to Buckle Boy on one of the best books I've ever had the honor of publishing.
Right, it
knocked it out of the park.
And when I show y'all the pages in just a few minutes, you guys are going to be going, "Oh my God, I know why! I know why this book is so fantastic." And congratulations to Buckle Boy, because I know he played a big role into this too as well.
And, he was the main force behind this. And Buckle Boy, if you can put up your email as well on here so people can buy it from you or from us, from American Digger.
Right, and feel free to do that. You can leave your email link in the chat. And again, we know that this book is going to be a treasure for a very, very long time for a lot of individuals. I love when a great book like this comes out. It's just, and I love researching, Butch. That's part of the fun in what we do, right? We find something, and then we want to know, what is this thing, And I've had that happen to me. I just dug a Brown Bess ramrod guide, and
that's right. I remember seeing it.
Yeah. So I've dug 2 of those now. I dug 2 within the last month. Michael, is that right? Last month, 2 months. Yeah. And so that was so funny. I'd never seen that until this past week. Or this past month, and so now I've dug 2.
When it rains, it pours. You know what tickles me on people IDing stuff sometimes is they will put it in. I saw one today, in fact. Somebody put in, I think it was a blazer button or something, in Google Lens.
Right.
It came back and said it's a Civil War, Navy, blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that.
Right.
It's a blazer button from the mid-1900s.
Right.
And I know that because I used to really collect buttons. Right. But what I'm getting at is there's not as much time put into the internet of people trying to identify something. They'll say, oh, it's this or that. When you actually have a book that costs a lot of money to publish and a lot of sweat and tears to do, you're going to make sure you get as many of the IDs right as you can.
Right.
So I think William and myself both will stand behind any IDs in here, and the ones that we're wrong on, because inevitably something will be wrong, then we did the best we could. But I think you're going to find 99% of the stuff is correct in it.
Right, right. Yeah, and I know you guys do a wonderful job with it. And I know this book is going to open the eyes of a lot of people with some of their finds. Maybe some of their finds that they threw in their junk pouch, right, Butch?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
The first day this book came out, and I was looking on Facebook, and I saw two different things people were asking for IDs on, and both of them were in the book.
Wow.
And I'm
Wow.
like,
Yeah.
wow, that says a lot right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have to call Michael up sometimes out in the field. I'll find something, I'll go, Michael, I really don't know what this is, you know? And I'll get Michael to look up stuff for me. And but having a book like this, and you and Buckle Boy actually working together on this,
Mhm.
that's just gonna help with all these IDs and some of these things, and it's not just like like we love finding military buttons and we love finding coins, but Butch, there's way more in this book than just coins and
There
military.
is. We include all of that, but we include things as insignificant seeming as doll parts, pieces of
Yeah,
dolls. What
I've
were they off
I've
of?
got the picture of that one too. So
Yeah, I mean, yeah. What else? There's tent pegs identified in there, which are often misidentified as Civil War, but tent
yeah.
tensioners, they're in there. There's just all kinds of just I wish William was on here because he could tell you better than I could all the kinds of stuff that
Maybe
are in
we'll
here.
have to get him on here and share some of his information too. I'd
That
love
would
to
be
have
a
him on
good
here, and I
thing.
know
Yeah,
he's on here now.
'cause he was the brainchild behind this, and I was blessed that he chose me to publish the book. And I do have a reputation. If I'm going to publish something, it's going to be the best I can do. So I think he appreciated that as well.
Well, hey, it's obvious that this is one of the best because, like I said,
Thanks.
once you see the quality and that I'm getting ready to put up here, then you're going to know why this book is so special and why it's just a fantastic thing. But
Mhm.
Butch, before we start, we're going to dive into this book a little bit. But
Okay.
before we start with that, we always do a metal detecting tip of the week, and Michael does that for us. We're going to share that right now for just a few minutes, and then we're going to dive into this book. Let's hear what Michael's tip of the week is going to be for us. Thanks for watching. Let's check out Michael and see what this metal detecting tip of the week is going to be.
Hi guys, I just wanted to hop on here and film my tip of the week this week. And me and Brian kind of talked about this over the weekend, but I've hunted in Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, and surrounding states. And one thing that's in common, when you're looking for a house site, you may find it on an old map, but if you'll take a topo map and find the high ground that is close to a water source, most of the time your house site is going to be in that area. If you can kind of pinpoint it on an old map and find the high ground close to a water source, and this, it's been like that, for hundreds of years. The Indians even found, the Native Americans, they found campsites along rivers on the high ground, and that's kind of, the settlers kind of, picked up on that, and they did the same thing. They built their houses sometimes on top of the old campsites. But anyway, guys, that's just a tip that I've used over the years. But yeah, if you can find an old house site on a map, then look for the high ground close to water, and a lot of times that'll help you pinpoint that site and save some time. Thanks, guys.
So there it is, Michael's detecting tip of the week. Butch, you want to add to what Michael said? Give him some more tips?
That's every time I was thinking something else, he added it.
Yeah?
So he hit it out of the park with that. And I think he did mention also that, a road or some kind of transportation, they use that a lot too. But yeah, I always say that one of the reasons we'll find arrowheads and Civil War relics and coins from the 1900, etc., is because good ground is good ground, and people will always go there,
That's
from the
Yeah,
exactly
Native Americans
that's
all the way
right.
up to today.
right. Yeah, and the funny thing was, Michael and I had been on a hunt just recently, and we said that we were talking with the people that knew about the property and so on, and we were telling them then, if this is a high piece of ground, there's going to be something on it. And of course, we were down in Charleston, so you know what Charleston, South Carolina is like. Every spot could possibly be a great spot when you get close to those creeks
Yeah.
around Charleston.
And the thing is, when you look for any place down there, I mean, like you say, especially in the town, if you can get to the dirt, it's worth checking.
Yes,
But
sir.
you're talking about high ground. Savannah, Georgia is very much like Charleston in that it's low country. And we found a camp in Savannah one time. I had been researching it, but I didn't know exactly where it was. But we were riding down the road, and I swear there was a little mound of dirt that went off, and it might have been a foot higher than where we were at, or 2 feet. That was the camp. I
Wow.
said, that's high ground. And we got on it, and it wasn't what you would call high ground, but that's where everybody was. So,
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
And Michael's
that's,
exactly right. I can. The bad thing about where I live, a lot of our maps were destroyed by Sherman when he came
oh,
through.
yeah.
And South Carolina is just a mess. So really, all you got is the 1821 Mills Atlas, but that's pretty much it. You got to use your eyeballs a lot of
Yeah.
times when you're down here looking for things in South Carolina because you just don't know. You really don't know, and you got to check those pieces of ground out and look for those kinds of things as well. But
And never pass up a piece of broken china or pottery or glass. Make
right,
sure you metal detect around it, because
right, and
that's
right.
a flag there.
the funny thing is,
Mhm.
I just put up a piece of Westerwall ware that people, there's a lot of people that don't know what that is, and then
Oh,
when you tell them, hey, if you see this type of glass or this type of pottery shard, you need to check that spot out.
that's right.
Yeah,
Because
and I
you can date that stuff. You can date a site by the shards, and a lot
right.
of them are a lot older than people would assume.
Oh yeah,
Right. Yeah.
and I put up a buckle today, Butch. That was a spectacle buckle. Um,
Oh,
the 1690 to 1750s, 1760s, mid 1700s. That we actually pulled off of that site that we were down in Charleston on, and I mean I love those buckles. I
oh,
just
they're great. And that kind of brings me round robin. If you remember, Bill Dancy did a couple of colonial
oh,
books.
oh I love Bill
Oh, we,
Dancy's book.
we published those too.
Yeah,
So
and I've
that
got
was,
those
yeah,
books. I've
I found
got
those too.
Oh, those are awesome books, and
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that's
They are
that's
awesome.
I always refer to that one. Of course, I refer to any of them. The South Carolina books,
Mhm.
the American Military Buttons book. I've got that one.
Oh yeah.
Um, I've got them all. But I mean, I just love a good book, and of course, I'm a history teacher, Butch. I don't know if you knew that or not, but
No, I didn't. Good
so
for
I'm a
you.
I'm a U.S. history teacher. I'm into my last year teaching coming up next year, so I'm gonna be done. But anyway, I've got a degree in history. I went to Francis Marion University. I mean, you can't get any more historical than
Oh,
that.
that's yeah.
And my grandfather actually fought with Francis Marion and Francis Marion's brigade during the
Really?
American
Oh,
Revolution.
gee. Yeah, you got pedigree then.
Oh yeah,
That's
my family's lived in this area since 1730. So
wow.
yeah,
That is that. I wish I could say that. I've got one famous relative. She was the only woman ever to appear on a bit of Confederate currency, but she's on I think it's the $500 bill or something. But that's Lucy Pickens Holcomb. But
yeah,
she's the only relative and she was a distant relative. She was from South Carolina. Other than that, I think I've got one relative that fought in the South Carolina Brigade, and not much information at all on him. So I don't have a lot of family history, but I really, really respect those that do.
right, yeah, and I love it because I've got all of mine documented. I've got the Revolutionary War pension slip for my grandfather of the Revolutionary War. Of course, Civil War. They were here. I've actually found the camp that they were actually in, Civil War Confederate camp that they were in. So I mean, it's just that's my
Wow.
roots are so deep into all of that, and then the dig a piece, knowing that it could have possibly even been worn by one of my relatives.
Yes, it could have.
To even
True.
think that, so that's the really, really cool stuff. But again, great tip, Michael. And we appreciate that so much. And we're going to go look at this amazing and fascinating book. And if you don't know what it looks like, well, here it is. Here's the cover right here. So, again, it's called Relics, A Guide to Identification. And you guys can see it there. And of course, we were talking about some of the amazing pages in this book, Butch. And so we're going to look at this first page that I pulled up. So we were talking about pottery shards, okay? And we've got all of these pottery shards that Butch and them have researched and given you that information. So, if you really want a data site, pick up a piece of pottery and start looking at it, right, Butch?
Oh, absolutely. And I want to point out here that some of these screenshots I did them in a hurry tonight. And I noticed on this one, there's some blue lines. The book has none of that.
Yeah.
Just thought I would point that out. That's some layout lines. That's my goof up. But this, there's a section on this.
Right.
So
and I know that there are a lot of people that are watching this live stream right now, and they're going like, "Oh, I've seen that before," and probably didn't know that they were on an old site. So, if you want to really, really, really dive into it, get this book and start looking at some of these pages on these pottery shards. So, how many pages do you have on pottery shards, Butch? Do you know?
Oh my gosh. I don't know. There's a whole section on basically non-metallic items like china, pottery, glass. So there's a whole chapter on it at least.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, this is just amazing, and I love.
That's why there's 430 some odd pages.
I know. And Michael will tell you when we go out metal detecting, I always pick up pottery shards.
Oh, absolutely.
I always pick it up. I just can't help myself. I want to know, and I want to try to date where when that pottery was made, where it came from, all of that good stuff. And this book right here is going to help you with some of that. Is there anything else you can add to this, Butch, as far as these pottery shards go?
Just that I knew a lot about them, but I actually learned a lot more from William because William is real sharp on these. And between him and I, we really identified some stuff. And honestly, when I first started seeing this, like up at the top, there's something with a pagoda on it.
Yeah.
I would have thought that's like 1900s or something when I first got into this, but no, this date's way, way back there. So,
do you remember when, Butch, by chance?
No, I knew you were going to ask that. I do. I'm sure somebody in the chat. I know at least mid 1800s, and I'm not sure it doesn't go back even further than that.
I bet it does because I've seen
17,
that. I've seen that same design on some of the pottery shards I picked up here in South Carolina. So I would say early 1800s, maybe late 1700s.
Maybe late 17s too. Yeah.
Yeah,
but
435
there's so much in this book, I can't even remember it. But what I could do is go to that page, and it would tell me.
Yeah. This is just so incredible, Butch, and I appreciated you sending me these images because I think people can see the type of quality that this book has.
And like I say, this is somehow I got some of the layout pictures mixed in with the actual page shots, but the only difference is you just don't see those blue lines. This is just clean, beautiful.
Oh.
Yeah, Buckle Boy could tell us exactly.
Yeah, he could. Yeah, so maybe Buckle Boy will chime in and tell us what the date is of that one that looks like the Chinese pottery.
I was very impressed with his knowledge on identifying stuff. I mean, I'm pretty good, but he is really good too. So between the two of us, I think we got just about everything right in this.
Yeah. This is just amazing, Butch. We're going to move on to another page, but of course, pottery shards, guys, are a great way of identifying a site.
Sure.
Butch's book and Buckle Boy's book can definitely help you with identifying the age of your sites if you pick up some of these pottery pieces. you could actually go and look through this book. And I do it a lot with Bill Dancy's book as well. When I find something I'm really sort of unsure about it. And I've dug a lot of stuff I've been detecting now for almost 15 years, but I've dug a lot of stuff in those 15 years, and there's still things that I'll find that I have no idea. And Butch, do you ever still have that problem? Do you?
Let me tell you, I was going to chime into that. I would say 9 out of 10 trips I go where I dig a good many targets. There's at least one item in there. I don't know what it is, or I've never seen before.
Right. And it was just like that brown bass ramrod. I mean,
Right.
I knew it was something, but I wasn't quite sure. And I knew it was old, but I had no idea. And I had to refer to a bunch of friends and look it up in the books and that kind of stuff. And Michael as well. Michael eventually identified it for me and sent it to me while I was out in the field. And it's just, having a book like this, a resource like this, really is going to help you in dating your sites and
Oh yeah.
and
You're-
IDing those things as well. So that's what makes this so cool. So again, let's look at this other page that we got pulled up here. So again, more pottery shards. Yeah, and I love, and of course we've all seen that one up there in the top left-hand corner. If you've been on any Civil War site, any 1800 site, just super cool stuff there. And then the one on that second page down in the bottom, I know I've picked up tons and tons of those types of pottery shards.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, wow. I mean, again, just so much information. I could probably sit there and I could look at this book all day long and still not.
Several days.
Yeah, I know. It's just, I believe
Yeah.
once you start picking it up and looking at it, you're just going to keep wanting to know more and more and more. And that's what I think is amazing about this book. And then we got this one, which is what everybody loves to see. Some good old-fashioned coins, right, Butch?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm sitting there looking at, as you can tell, these were screenshots because there's something down there in the bottom right corner. But look at the rest of it. That's what the book looks like.
Oh, yeah. Hey, this looks
there's a whole section on coins and tokens.
Right. And I love.
We even included a size chart in the appendix, so you can tell Spanish coins by size, which is really important.
Yeah. So Buckle Boy came back and said, "Is it? I don't. The
1700
China Suyer goes back to 1700. So there you go. So that was the date on that pot, which I thought it was because I've seen that pottery design before on some of my sites. So yeah, what just an amazing book. So man, look at these coins. Butch, I could go all day with this thing. So
you're gonna have I tell you, I can't think of, other than maybe researching the site, I can't think of any better thing to do on a cold, rainy day when it's too bad to go metal detecting. You're going to sit and get you a cup of coffee and sit by the fire and look through this book, and you'll be there all day.
Well, I see Michael, NC Relic Hunter down there. He's licking his lips. I'm telling you, he's all into this. He's got a big smile on his face, so he knows that this thing is loaded with information.
We knew it was good when we put it out, but people are really flocking to it so fast. It's just a great feeling to be a part of it.
So Michael had the great joy of digging a Nova Constellatio just recently too, in perfect condition. But that's a beautiful coin, and I think I see one up at the top. Is that one up at the top?
I think it is, isn't it? Or is it? No?
I think it is.
Looks like a Mexican real or something.
Oh, okay. It could be a Mexican.
Actually, it's counterfeit. Looking at it now, that's one of the counterfeits.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's even a section on counterfeit coins, which counterfeiting in the 17 and 1800s.
Yeah.
But it was a very big deal. There was a lot of stuff counterfeited, and people must have been desperate because my understanding is it was a capital crime. So you would be executed or could be executed for counterfeiting.
Wow. Yeah, I didn't know that.
And
Well,
see, there's a lot of this text you're seeing here. The book is loaded with text too, so you can find out little details like that, and then look at the pictures.
right. So my buddy that was on here, I don't. Do you know Mr. Dan Yaruso, Surfside Dan? I don't know.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So
Hey Dan.
Dan is a hunting partner of mine here in South Carolina, and he had the good fortune of digging a 1722 Rosa Americana.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's an amazing. It was cut a little bit, and but that was a coin that a lot of people just don't know a lot about, and
Mhm.
I love finding things like that, and I've dug some counterfeit King Georges before too, so that's great that y'all have a whole section of that in there.
It's very important part of history, and it's kind of a mystery to some people. They might dig up something. They might dig up a real and go, "Wait a minute, this is copper." Well, and because it was silver plated, because somebody counterfeited it.
Right. Yeah.
I saw a guy dig that one of those one time, and it was an 8 real, but it'd been quartered, so it's 1/4 of it. The only way you could tell it was counterfeit was the edges were green.
Oh
But the coin
wow,
itself was silver because it'd been heavily silver plated. So
wow, wow.
yeah.
Well, we all love a good buckle, and I just mentioned one a
Oh
few
yeah.
minutes ago. And then, I thought this page was great when I was sort of flipping through. There were so many. I could have gone days and days, guys. By the way, Butch sent me a whole bunch of images, so I had to sort of be selective on what I was going to put
I
up
should
here.
have been more selective in what I sent you because I know
No, I love
was
I
ready to
loved
kill me over
looking at
some of
that, but
them.
it really.
Yeah.
Look at the diagrams and things in this book. About the what is this, a tent stake? What is this over
Yeah,
here
it's
on?
a tent tensioner, and those were actually patented in oh gosh, I know it says it on here, but I think it's 1876 or 1886 even. But people find those in Civil War sites and swear that they're Civil War era, and they're not.
Yeah,
The way they got there is either military would come back and study the sites and camp out on them as part of their training, or other people would come and camp on them because these weren't only military; they were for anybody that had a tent like that.
wow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the ones used in the Civil War were much more crude. They're kind of a figure eight, and they're made of wood,
right.
Yeah.
so none
So
of them don't exist.
so Michael is a Civil War reenactor too, Butch.
Oh,
So yeah, Michael, you ever used one of those before?
No, we use the wooden ones.
yep,
Yeah.
that's the correct
Okay.
way.
And then we got
Yay!
everybody's on here. They're checking this book out. But just look at the detail in this book, and I love the buckle up at the top. Um,
Uh huh.
I'm not real sure. Is that is that for a saddle or something, Butch, or is that something else, or do you remember?
That is actually originally they said it was drummer boy buckles, but I think oh gosh, I need Buckle Boy again.
Yeah.
But it turned out that they're not a what they originally were identified as.
Okay.
Trying to read what it says. Actually, I think it may have been a some sort of shoe buckle.
Okay.
I'm,
Yeah.
I'm I believe I'm not certain of that, and
Yeah.
forgive me if I'm wrong.
Yeah. Well,
'Cause
that's
there were
okay.
so many things in here, and that's something that William knew the idea of, and I didn't know the
Right,
idea.
right. And you and
Compliment.
you said that at the beginning. It's just
Mhm.
like when Michael and I go out and hunt, there's some things that he knows the ID on that I don't know the ID on. It's the same
Exactly.
way.
It's a group
We
effort. Yeah.
Everybody digs so many different things, but that's what makes this book so great is now you do have a resource that you could go to, and it's not just military buttons or not just one particular thing.
Everything.
It's everything, guys,
Yeah.
and that's why this has just got me fired up. When I started looking at these pages, and when I heard Butch announce that they were releasing this book, that's when I really got fired up, and that's when I immediately reached out to you, Butch. I said, "Hey, I want you to come on and talk about this thing because I knew what it was going to be like when I
Yeah.
saw the pages and everything on here." So, man, how great is this? This is another interesting one, Butch.
I think so too. Yeah,
Oh
doll.
yeah. How many of you have found little doll heads and doll arms and doll parts? Porcelain.
Yeah, I've found a few.
Yeah, isn't that great? And they've got a whole section on this.
Yeah. And you get to see things like here's a doll before it's been in the ground, basically.
Right.
So you see how these were used.
Right. And that's just that to me that's just amazing in itself too. So what a fantastic resource this is going to be for a lot of people. And just seeing these doll parts on here.
Oh
Michael,
yeah.
you dug a lot of doll parts, haven't you?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
In fields and stuff, you pick them up. Sometimes you find the arm, you think it's a pipe stem. It'll be a
Mhm.
dog.
That finger on the right hand side, which is a giant finger, I hadn't quite figured out why that's so big, but that I think would be easy to mistake for a pipe stem.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Definitely.
Mhm.
Definitely could be. Yeah. Digging dude says creepy doll heads.
They
Yeah.
are.
They do. They're just so weird when you dig one
I have
close.
actually seen people on some of the doll heads, especially the later Cupid doll heads with the hollow eyes and all. They put a Christmas light or something in there and make creepy Halloween decorations or night lights, and
Oh
they
wow.
are creepy looking.
Well, and the next one is probably the one that I think a lot of us are used to finding and seeing. On that, FLX brought up a good point. He said, "Yeah, this is perfect timing for Halloween, right, Butch?"
Yes,
This is the Halloween edition, anyway, of our show. We normally do Friday night, Butch, but we moved it to Thursday because we didn't want to do it on Halloween because we knew a lot of people might be out doing other things, and so
that's right. I'm gonna be trick or treating tomorrow. I'll be wearing what I'm wearing now. I'm going as a relic.
there you go. Yeah, that's it. We're hey, I'm going as a relic too. Now Michael's considerably
Oh,
younger. We
he's a
got the same
reenactor. If you're
costume.
a reenactor, you got a ready-made costume.
Yeah, he's already got a
That's
costume.
right. Yeah.
Let's look at this last one. So, how about these, Butch? How about these marbles?
Oh, well, I've lost my marbles, but I have found them in this book. I mean, what other, okay, you can buy a book on marbles, I'm sure, but
Yeah,
that's going to have all this other stuff. So this is a section on toys.
yeah.
You know,
Wow. Look at the. I love the dice.
yes.
Um, that's just. And I mean, I've found these like on Civil War sites where they've carved
Yeah.
them, tried to turn them
Oh,
into
bullets.
dice and that kind of stuff.
Right.
So yeah, it's just crazy. And then the clay marbles up at the top, I love those as
I
well.
love those too.
Yeah, and I found a few of those too. Michael, you ever found a clay marble?
Yeah, I found a few of them. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
and
always
I'll let
think they're a musket ball till I pick them up.
Yeah,
yeah,
you do.
yeah,
But a lot of them are
exactly. That's
white.
exactly what you think it is. So yeah, those are just so super cool. And again, you guys can see just a wealth of information on all these little toys and things that kids played with in the 1800s, 1700s, and 1900s, Butch.
Yeah.
So y'all have covered the gamut there for sure. And
Right.
man, how incredible is that? So yeah, and I know, and Butch, these are all the pages I did. I could have gone for days and days on the
Oh yeah.
pages.
I mean, I didn't even pick and choose really the pages. There's so many of them, and they're all good. That's the thing. I just there are every page in this book is one you're not going to want to flip through. And I would go on a limb and say anybody that has been metal detecting or walking the fields more than a month or two is going to see something in here that they found.
Yeah, I
I mean,
know
it's
they will.
almost guaranteed. Yeah.
I know they will, Butch. There's no question about that at all. So Shifty Diggs wants to know: is there any way to accurately date clay marbles in general?
That I'm not sure of. That's outside of my expertise. I think William has probably checked into that. And chances are it's in the text somewhere here. I mean,
Yeah,
I've read all the text, but I certainly did not memorize it because there's I don't know how many tens of thousands of words in this text.
yeah. So William just said, "Ha ha, yeah." He says, "I've tried to figure out how many marbles I've had. It's probably 4,000 to 5,000." So he's found a
Yeah.
good many of them,
William
I'm sure.
William definitely knows the marbles.
Yeah. Hey, and like I said, we're probably losing our marbles at this point, Butch.
I've lost mine. Yes. Debbie and William and myself can all tell you people do not realize what's involved of a book of this magnitude until you actually get into it.
I can't even imagine, Butch. And like I said, I mean,
We had a great team working on it, and like I say, it was Buckle Boy's brainchild and most of his text, and he took most of the pictures too, and we just put it together to be the best that it could be.
so Digging Dude said there will be a test after reading the book, so you're gonna have to know. What do you think, Butch? You think somebody could pass this test after reading this 435
I think they'd have to read it several times.
pages? Ferris Grump says he's very well rounded. Talking about the
I
marbles.
love that name.
Oh yeah, he's up in North
Marbles
Carolina.
is as marbles do.
Yeah. And Miss Bells is in here. Bells is a great supporter of our
Well,
channels. She says years ago, my husband found a bone domino on the Santa Fe Trail.
those are
That
neat.
that is so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. So yeah, this is just an amazing book, Butch, and I know it was an effort of love for you and William to put this book together and get this thing out there. Because again, I know I especially know that you're all about the hobby, the community. You're all
Yeah.
about history, and and it shows when you put out something quality like this. This just really blows
Right.
people away. And again, think about all the people that are going to be able to identify something that they would have never had the opportunity to figure out on their own. And even sometimes, even trying to chat GPT it or pull it up on Google or whatever, they may not still not know what it is.
It's harder than the internet would make it seem sometimes. You'll get an ID, but is that ID correct or not? I mean, GPT chat is getting a lot better on it, but
Yeah.
the people that really dig it and study it, like William, myself, Debbie, the contributors to this book, that's the ones that really research enough to know exactly what this stuff
Right.
is.
Somebody wanted to know, Il Digger wants to know, is there a Cliff Notes version out? Shorter version.
You're looking at it. That's
Yeah,
it.
this is it. 435 pages. That's pretty small compared to all the relics that are out there, right, Butch?
That's right. You can buy the extended version if you would like, but we haven't written it yet.
That's true. That's true. Buckle Boy says, "Hey, that'd be a tough test, but if you own the book, you don't need the
He
test.
is
Just
right.
look it up in your copy." That's right. Yeah, tough test for sure. Again, guys, I can't recommend this book enough. I want my copy, Butch. So
Get
yeah,
with us.
I want
Yes.
one too.
just go ahead when you get done with this. Go and tell Anita. Say, go ahead, put
She
him
said,
down.
"Dad, he's got to go to the airport at 0 dark 30 in the morning."
Oh yeah. Well, you just go. But before she leaves out that door in the morning, you let her know, hey, I want this book. Go ahead and
Okay.
set me aside a copy. Michael, I know wants one too, so set aside
Yeah,
two. We want a copy
Right
of this
now,
book.
right now we got plenty, but like I say, I don't know how long that's going to last. 1,000 is a lot, but 1,000 are going to go pretty quick. You know, on Bill's Dancy's first book, first
Yeah,
colonial book, that was the
yeah.
fastest selling book in history in Relics. But we sold, and part of that was because Bo Wamette got a copy, and he liked it so much he put it on his YouTube. Yeah, there you go. But we sold 1,000 copies between us and Bill Dancy within 3 months.
Yeah. Well,
So
this. I think
book
this book.
will do.
I think this book's going to far surpass that. I
I,
really
I
do.
think it's the only one like this, and it is a tremendous book. And I can't take credit for the cover. That was actually William Plumer subcontracted to I don't know their name. Well, I don't want to. I wouldn't give it without them knowing. But they actually designed that cover along with William, and I'm gonna tell you that's the most beautiful cover I think I've ever seen.
Oh, I love it, Butch.
Just the book, I did the graphics, but the cover was someone else, and it was pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
it
I'm
is.
into books, and I love all
Yep.
types of books. I mean, of course, me being in South Carolina, this is one of my favorite books.
Oh, that's what we did too. That
Yeah.
was the first color book I ever did for anybody.
Oh, let me tell you something.
Yeah,
This
we've
book
still
right
got
here,
those in stock.
those are awesome. Those are definitely awesome.
I love that. That was my. If anyone remembers who Mike O'Donnell is, he used to do all of the artifact and relic books, and he was a friend of mine. And he actually got me started in this by giving me a lot of advice and encouragement. But he actually turned down doing that Savannah book because he had another book project going at the time, but he recommended me to do it. So that was really where I cut my teeth, was on that book.
Well, I love
And that
that
was
book,
actually the
Butch.
first color relic book that came out. So
Those two books I look at more than any book that I have in my collection. Period. Those two. And they were published by you. So
yeah, by Greybeard Publishers, which
that's
is
it.
his
And I can't recommend, I mean, those two books are the ones that I recommend for anybody that does any type of relic hunting.
I would recommend them too. And it's not just because I did them. I mean, I'm not a vain person, but I do love a good book. And I think these are good books. We do everything we can. When we get a contract to do a book for someone, they get our undivided attention, and we work hours on it. In addition to the magazine, I do this at night. So
Yeah, well, you
I put
again,
my heart in them.
right. And Buckle Boy's on here. He says there are a lot of them selling now. Many people
Yeah.
outside of the community are purchasing them for attractive coffee table books. Well, I can guarantee it might be on my coffee table, but it's being looked at.
It's going to get used.
Yeah, it's going to get used a lot. I can already tell you that.
Hey, here's what I recommend: buy two, one for your coffee table,
Right.
the other one for use.
Well, Butch, it's gonna. They buy two, we're not going to be able to get in. And then,
Oh well, okay, yeah, we do want everybody to get them, but Buckle Boy is right; they are selling like hotcakes because this is such a substantial book. To unwrap this under the Christmas tree, I mean, this is, it's a big book, but it's
Right.
not intimidating. You open it up and you see all the pictures, and you just fall right into it.
well, I can tell you the people that are on here tonight are serious metal detectors, and they
Oh,
are
yeah.
serious relic hunters, and that's what our channel is about. It's mainly relic hunting and talking metal detecting and metal detectors and all that kind of stuff. So here's a good question for you, Butch, and we're going to be getting off here
Sure.
shortly. But what's the machine that you like to swing the most, Butch?
Oh my goodness, you're going to get me in trouble by
No,
that.
I mean, I know you swing all of them, but which one do you pick up?
Swing all of them. The one I took to England with me was the XP Deus 2.
Very
I'm
good.
really partial to it, not because of the performance so much as the lightweight, because at my age, I've got a rotator cuff that went bad, which it really hurt. So I have to go with lightweight. But if I'm in the water, I generally use a Garrett. I use an old Garrett AT Pro for water hunting.
There you go. All right, good.
I use a Mind Lab Equinox sometimes.
Right.
And I've been known to use a Noka too. So
Right, yeah.
It's like my co-host on Relic Roundup said, which by the way, we're every Monday night.
Right, yes. And go check out his show on Monday night. They have great guests and they do a wonderful job as well. And I love tuning in and checking that out as well.
But it's like Jeff says on there, you can't play a game of golf with just one club. So
yeah, that's right.
You can get by with one detector, but each one works a little better for certain things.
Exactly, Butch. And that's one thing that we try to stress on this channel. I mean, they're all good.
They are.
It all ultimately
Learn
comes
your
down
machine.
to how
Yes.
you use it and knowing it and getting on the right sites. It's a combination of all of those things.
It is. And I hate to say it, but pure luck is involved too.
Yeah, There's
a lot of times luck. You can miss an object by an inch with your coil and not pick it up.
Yeah. This rascal down here, he's the luckiest cuss you ever seen. He went out and a site that I'd hunted, he went out and went behind me and dug that Nova Constellatio right behind me.
You want to hear something sad? I've dug two of those, and both of them are so worn out you can barely tell what they are.
Well, I dug one too, Butch, and guess what? His was perfect and mine was crap.
and you were that close.
Right, I know. How about that? What do you think
One of
about
one
that,
of
Butch?
my buddies who is he's a very serious relic hunter here in North Georgia. He got a metal detector, went to some Confederate trenches. The first target he ever dug up was a CSA rectangle buckle.
Oh
Before he
wow,
Mm.
dug up nails, before he dug up a piece of junk, anything. So
wow.
yeah,
Well,
he said after that it was barbed wire all day though. But yeah, that was his first target.
well,
Pure luck.
one of my first military buttons was a VMI Virginia button
Very nice military
in
institute.
South Carolina, though, Butch.
Isn't that something? That's probably a wartime one then because they
Oh,
actually went past the war. But yeah, that
yeah, it did,
Yeah.
it did. But
Carolina, that's probably the wartime.
well, it was. Well, I won't say it was my first military. It was the first one that I dug that wasn't from South Carolina. Let me put it like
Ah,
that. Yeah, but
yep.
it was just an amazing thing, and to dig a VMI button in South Carolina, and then I get all
That's
these people. When I get all these people coming on here, I live in Virginia and I've never dug one of those.
uh
That just makes you.
you know the Georgia Military Institute. I still live close by, but I actually grew up within a mile of where the old campus was for Georgia Military Institute, which was Civil War era. Never dug a Georgia Military Institute button until I moved to the other side to another county. Then I dug a GMI button. Then I came back to near the campus and I dug another one. So, it's like
Wow.
I had to break my luck by going outside the county. So it's
Well,
kind of
I'm
cool.
right here at North Carolina, not far from North Carolina, and I don't have a North Carolina sunburst button, and it's just like, what
Well,
the heck?
come to Georgia. It's not that there's many sites here anymore, but I've only dug one. Well, it wasn't even in Georgia, but I dug one North Carolina standing shepherd button, a cuff size, which was kind of.
Oh wow, wow.
But here in Georgia, they actually outfitted some of the troops of Johnson with North Carolina uniforms, even though they weren't from that state. They sent
Oh
them uniforms.
wow.
And so that is probably the most common state seal button in Georgia is the sunburst.
Right, and so maybe that's why people in North Carolina think there were more North Carolina soldiers. They were all in Georgia fighting the
Right.
war. Like that guy down there, he keeps telling me there was more North Carolina soldiers than any other state. And well, now I
Well,
know, Butch. They were
well,
wearing them. They were wearing North Carolina
Yeah.
uniforms in
the way
Georgia.
I heard it told is the governor of North Carolina, Jefferson Davis sent out a call when, I guess, in 1863, 1864. General Johnston needed troops in North Georgia. He was undermanned, so the other states would send troops in. North Carolina did not want to give up their state protection, so they just sent uniforms instead. And those got distributed actually to people from other states as well down here in Georgia,
Yeah.
just in Georgia.
Well, see, I didn't know that. So, Michael, now you know why there were so many North Carolina buttons there laying everywhere.
We never hardly find a North Carolina state seal here. And I think the reason they sent the ones with the sunburst buttons on them, they were so cheaply made. I've only seen two out of hundreds that I've seen other people dig it. I've dug quite a few too that had a shank left on them. The shank would come off of them.
I found
Michael's
a
got a
North
North
Carolina.
Carolina state seal button. He's dug one.
Yeah. Yeah.
And those are hard to find.
They really are. That's
Yeah, they are.
that's more rare than the sunburst.
Yeah. I mean, if I were going to have one, that'd be the one I would want anyway.
Yeah, oh
right?
yes, definitely. I
Definitely.
got lucky and found a cuff size up in Virginia, but it's in terrible shape.
Right.
And
Right.
so, it's just it is what it is. I know you can tell why it is, but it's in bad shape.
Well, Michael and I get out on a lot of these South Carolina sites, and I'm fortunate that I've got a really good permission. But a lot of the artifacts that I find, I actually give back to the landowners,
That's
um,
good.
because I believe in leaving the history right where it was found. I think that's
That's a good philosophy. Yeah,
every place has a story to tell, and
it
that's
does.
telling a story, whether it's a simple button, whether it's a buckle, whether it's
Mhm.
whatever, whether it's a harmonica reeve or a harmonica plate, whatever it may be. those are going to be the things that are telling the story of what really happened on those plantations and on these properties that I hunt. So I look at it like that, and I've never sold a relic, never thought about selling a relic. I love being able to tell the history, tell the story, and again, history is my passion. It's always been. My dad used to take me out bottle hunting, and you see some of the bottles back there behind me, and that was one of the things that that I grew up with, and I've always believed that everything's got a story to tell, and leaving
It
it
does.
with leaving it in those places, I think really helps in telling what happened on some of those places.
It really
Yeah.
does. Being in South Carolina, it's a bit of a drive, but you should come to the American Digger Antique Military and Americana show in January. Civil
Yeah,
War show is
yeah,
what
the
we used
one
to
in Mount Pleasant, right?
do in Mount Pleasant. Yeah,
Right.
it's the
Yeah, and
first.
I've been to it like 3 or 4 times.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
I've been, and I met you because I was a representative for XP at Digstock the last couple of years, and
Okay, yeah.
so I actually met you at Digstock, and I found a cake cloak that was solid silver, sterling silver, and
Oh,
you identified it for me.
I
This has been like
remember
3
that.
years
Yeah,
ago, and yeah, you identified it for me,
yeah.
and I've still got that thing, and it's so pretty, but again, I love going to those events, and I don't know if you're going to the one coming up in March. Are you going to be at the one in March coming up
The
in?
Dick Stock,
Yeah.
yes. We
Okay.
are
So
going to be there, and I don't know. It'll either be myself and Debbie Schiffer Blades, or myself and Anita. So either way, you're going to get to come up to there and meet me and a pretty lady. So what more?
yeah, that yeah, and
So we
Butch,
will
I
be
might
there.
be there. I might be there with the XP
Excellent.
group. So and maybe I can convince this guy to come along too down here below,
Yeah,
and
art too. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's
Yeah.
just great camaraderie, and that many detectorists together. A lot of people don't like the idea of it, but when you come in from the fields and everybody's sitting around talking or standing around, then it gets like one huge family reunion.
right. Yeah,
It's
it's
really
just everybody's having fun, and
yeah,
again, a lot of it's about fellowship more than it is about finding anything.
it
You
absolutely
Yeah.
is.
and that's the truth. Well, one thing I need to do real quick before and I've got some news to share for some people too, Butch, and if you don't mind hanging out for that, but real quick, uh, check out my buddy LMS Metal Detecting. Again, he is a great guy to deal with. His information is down here below. If you're looking for a metal detector, you're looking for anything metal detecting related, go check out Mr. Mike Howell at LMS Metal Detecting. Here's his website up on here, phone number there, the actual link to his store. Go check him out. He's got some great deals, and we're going to talk about a couple of things in just a second as we come back on here with Butch and Michael. And one thing that I was told, just for those people on here that have hung out with us this long, wanted to pass along some information. So I just had a contact with XP recently, and just wanted to assure people that the HF2 coils are en route. Mr. Mike Heil from LMS Metal Detecting let me know today that he has some that will be coming in. So if you're on his pre-order list and you're waiting on that HF2 coil, you should be getting an email from him, letting you know that those HF2 coils are going to be arriving. XP assured me that they're filling all of the back orders, and that most people should have that HF2 coil if they put in a pre-order. Should have a lot of those coming out in November and December, and they're going to fill all of those back orders. So just wanted to pass that along because XP shared that information with me just yesterday. So be out on the lookout if you got an HF2 coil on order with your dealer. If you got an HF2 coil on order with Mike, you'd probably be getting some sort of email or some sort of contact coming up very, very soon. So be patient. They're coming. I know a lot of you have been chomping at the bit to get your hands on that HF2 coil from XP. It is a fantastic coil. You guys have seen me using it on my channel. But again, just wanted to pass that along. And if you're looking for an XP Deus 2 metal detector, Mike has got a special deal right now, $12.99 for the full package. XP Day is too, so go check out his website that I just put up, and he can get you hooked up with that machine if you're interested in it. Don't forget Legend 2. He's taking pre-orders for that. If you're a Nocta guy and you love those Legend 2s, or you're interested in the Legend 2, then definitely give him a shout and get on that pre-order list if you are interested in the Nocta Legend 2. So wanted to pass that along, Butch. That was something that I got relayed to me yesterday, and I love sharing that information
Good news.
with
Yes.
everybody. Yeah, so good news for a lot of these people.
Yep.
Have you used the HF2 coil, Butch?
No, I haven't. I would love to, but I
You're too
just never.
busy.
It's so good as it is. I mean,
Yeah.
it's
Well,
just
it's a great accessory. It's not for everybody, but again, you get in a real trashy area, you get around high EMI sites, you get around places where you got to get into some of those nooks and crannies. This coil is
that would be
excellent for
good. Yeah.
that kind of situation. It's a situational coil, is what I call it. But the 9-inch coil and the 11-inch coil, both of those coils do the job as well. So
Right.
great coils and things to have in your arsenal. But if you are interested in that HF2, check with your dealer. Again, some of them should be arriving real soon. The XP said that there are some en route. It's not a ton, but the next couple of shipments should be the very large shipments that are coming. So, and they told
Right.
me I could relay that to the audience. So I definitely wanted to do that as well. And if you're on Mike's pre-order list, be out on the lookout as some of those should be arriving very soon. Okay. Well, Butch, anything else you'd like to share with us? Anything special you got going on? Anything you want to say to the audience before we get
Just
out of here?
I am extremely blessed to do what I love, and I'm blessed because all these people here, all the people that showed up tonight, all the people that are buying the book. I just can't say enough about the hobby. I mean, I'll do it till the day I die, and I've done it since I was, a early teenager. So, I just hope people will subscribe to American Digger magazine and buy not only this book, but we publish a lot of other books as well as have regular book sales. So you'll see that on the website. And one thing about this Relic book is it's a real book, and books are getting a bad rap nowadays. They're almost disappearing. So I
Right.
think you're buying a piece of history as well when you buy a book like this.
Oh man,
So I
Yeah,
just
that's true.
thank you guys for having me on here. It's been a pleasure.
right. Well,
Yeah, we
Butch, you're
really
welcome
enjoyed it,
on here
Butch.
anytime, and we would love to have you back on. If you got anything you want to talk about, anything that you feel is special for the hobby or the community, we always will. The door's always open for you on
I
here.
appreciate that. I
and
appreciate it.
and I'm looking forward to hopefully seeing you. If I see you in January, maybe I can talk Michael into going to the Relic show down there in Mount Pleasant, and then we can.
Oh,
I
is
love
it not
that.
fun? Oh
Oh
boy.
my gosh, yes,
Yeah.
it's a ball. It's a ball, and Michael and I love going to it. And it's just if you really want to be blown away by the amount of artifacts and things, that is such a great show in January in Mount Pleasant in South Carolina. It's just a fantastic show, and I've been to it multiple times. And every time I go, I see something that I've never seen before, or something or you end up spending a lot of money though, don't you, Butch?
Well, you
Well,
remember
you
last
don't
year?
have to, but about the time you think you're not going to, you go, "Oh
Yeah,
my gosh, that's a good deal. I need it because it's a good deal." And then you get it, and you're like, "Well, it was a good deal." So,
right. And you'll have your books there, the books that you
oh
guys
yes,
have for
American
sale.
Digger sponsors the show. We'll have probably about 20 feet of table space with all of our books, everything. Just magazines, back issues, and that's another thing. If you're looking for a back issue of the magazine,
Right.
a lot of them have sold out, but you can, as long as it's not sold out, you can go back to our beginning and get magazines.
Yeah, I
So
love doing that too because sometimes you miss those special editions of some of those magazines, and there's something in there
Yeah.
that you were really interested in. Maybe you didn't catch it that month or
Mhm.
whatever it may be. Then you go, oh my gosh, I need that. I need that right now. Or you go in there and you see books and you see displays and you see relics and artifacts of all
Mhm.
sorts. I mean, it's an amazing show. It really is.
It's a great way to identify artifacts too.
Oh, I know,
Yeah.
I know.
Well,
There's
it
been some
actually might have fallen off a musket like your brown bess ramrod
right.
guides do. You
Yeah,
actually one before you look
exactly,
it up.
exactly.
Oh, cool.
Workman's
Yeah,
Adventure says I will see you at the Civil War show in Tennessee in December, Butch. So he said it's
excellent. Yes, we will. We will be at the Franklin Civil War show. That's not one we put on, but we will be there in Franklin, Tennessee. That'll be
look
my
there.
second
Mr.
shift.
Matt Johnson, all the way from Texas, says this is the best live stream so far. So he's telling us that all of our other live streams were
Oh, I
good
love it.
until Butch came on. What do you
$10.
think, Butch?
$10.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you guys so much,
Thank you, guys.
and we appreciate you, Butch. Thank you for being on here tonight. Go check out American Digger magazine. Go check out the website. If you're going to get that book, guys, I promise you, this thing is going to go fast. It is a no-brainer. Probably one of the best relic books that I've seen, other than the ones that Butch has already published. So we
God,
just found that out too. So
we get
it is.
better and better. Every book gets better, I think.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
you've done an amazing job.
Thank
Congratulations to Buckle Boy and William. I appreciate those. Appreciate Buckle Boy for helping you out with this book and putting this book together. I mean, I think this is an amazing thing that
Yes.
a lot of relic hunters are going to enjoy and appreciate for years and years to come. And you're never going to want to put it down. I can already say that. I mean, I know how I'm going to be when I get my hands on mine, and I'm telling you, I'm gonna go through that thing and constantly be looking at things. So, but thank you so much, Butch.
Thank you guys for inviting me on.
We
Thank
appreciate you,
you,
and
George.
hopefully
We
we didn't
enjoyed it.
keep you up too late. And I hope Anita has a great trip to the airport in the morning, and she's not real cranky when she gets back and starts fussing at you.
Maybe I should slip out work early and go metal detecting.
Yeah, there you go, Butch. That's it.
Yeah, that's a
That's
good
it.
idea.
Well,
Yeah, hit that like button, folks. Keep
yes,
podcasts going like this. Hit the like
yes.
button.
We love sharing information, Butch. That's what this channel is about,
Mhm.
and we love coming on here, having a good time, enjoying the hobby, enjoying the community, and having a great guest like you on really helps with what our mission is and as far as what our channel does. So again, I can't thank you enough and appreciate you so much. And we hope you have a great rest of your week, a great weekend.
Thank
Hopefully, you
you.
get to get out and go metal detecting at some point. Maybe you need some relaxation after all these book orders that are going to be coming
Yeah, I'm in between books right now, so I need some good old fashioned digging time now.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah.
And again, thank you, Buckle Boy, for making a fantastic product.
Yeah.
I know you're on here right now too. Reach out to us. We'd love to have you on too as well in the future. So you can catch me at sransc@gmail.com, or Butch can share you my email as well. But we would love to have you on. We can talk more about the book, more about some of those things as well. So we would love to have you on as well. But again, you guys take care. Have a fantastic weekend. Hopefully you enjoyed the show. If you're new to our channel, hit that like and subscribe button. We would greatly appreciate it. Go check out American Digger. Go check out American Digger on Facebook too. Check out their live stream on Monday. It's Monday night, right, Butch?
That's exactly right. It's the same as what you got here. It's Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern time, and we've actually been on the air. It's somewhere between 15 and 16 years now. We're kind of losing count, but we've been there a while. So
right. Well, go check him out and go. They've got some great guests. They do a great show as well. And again, we're all one big happy community. We love having great guests like Butch on. So again, thank you so much, Butch. We are going to sign out of here. I hope everyone has a fantastic. Yeah, hopefully everybody has a fantastic weekend. Enjoy yourself. Happy Halloween to everybody. We should have dressed up tonight, but we did dress up. Me and Butch dressed up. We dressed up as relics, and
that's
and
right.
Michael, I don't know what Michael dressed up as, but He's dressed up as his usual hunter
Dressed
self.
up as a co-host.
Yeah, as the
Yeah,
co-host,
that's right.
right? There you go. So thank you so much,
Thank
Butch.
you.
Thank you guys for joining in tonight. Don't forget to hit that like button before you leave. We appreciate you. Take care. Have a great night. Butch, hang out with us for just a second after we finish.
Sure.
Have a great night, guys.
We'll chat for just a second, but have a great night, guys. Take care. We will catch you on our next adventure. Thanks for joining in. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you, Butch. Thank you, Michael. Have a great night, guys.
Good night, guys.